If you're over 60, you may have noticed changes in your strength balance or energy. But here's the surprising truth. The nuts you snack on every day could be either healing your body or slowly draining it. Today, you'll discover the 4 nuts that restore circulation, protect your muscles, and keep you steady on your feet, and the 4 nuts that silently inflame your joints, weaken your legs, and leave you more vulnerable to fatigue. This isn't just nutrition talk. It's your independence, your confidence, and your vitality on the line. So stay with me until the end, because the last nut on the avoid list might shock you. It's one most seniors eat, thinking it's healthy. Pistachios. For many people over 65, common complaints include heavy legs, cold feet, tingling hands, and fatigue after only a short walk. These are not just signs of aging, they are symptoms of weakened circulation and unstable blood sugar. Pistachios, the small green nut hidden inside a beige shell, have been called one of the best foods to support healthy blood vessels and steady energy in older adults. A single handful of pistachios, 28 grams, about 49 kernels, contains 6 grams protein, 3 grams fiber, potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6. These nutrients are critical for nerve signaling, muscle contraction, and oxygen transport. One clinical trial published in Hypertension showed that pistachio consumption improved blood vessel flexibility and reduced blood pressure. Another review in Nutrients found pistachios help lower blood sugar spikes after meals. When older adults lack circulation-friendly foods like pistachios, small problems add up: cold extremities, heaviness in the legs when walking, dizziness after meals, energy crashes during the day. Over time, these issues increase the risk of falls, weakness, and loss of independence. Why seniors often eat them. Seniors like pistachios because they are tasty, portion-controlled, and marketed as heart-healthy. Cracking the shells slows eating, which helps avoid overindulgence. But many unknowingly choose salted or flavored versions, which add sodium and sugar that cancel out the benefits. Mr. Howard, 70 years old. Mr. Howard often complained that his legs felt heavy and his feet were always cold. He thought it was simply old age. At his daughter's suggestion, he replaced his daily cookie with a handful of unsalted pistachios. After 2 weeks, he noticed his energy stayed more stable through the afternoon. A month later, he no longer felt dizzy when standing quickly, and his evening walks became easier. What seemed like a small change, swapping cookies for pistachios, made a visible difference in his daily life. Choose unsalted raw or dry roasted pistachios. Avoid flavored or honey-roasted varieties. Keep to 1 handful, 28 grams per day. More adds calories, not benefits. Best time mid-morning or mid-afternoon to prevent energy dips. If chewing is difficult, chop pistachios into yogurt or oatmeal. Alternatives. Almonds or peanuts also help, but pistachios are uniquely effective for circulation. Almonds. As we age, the body naturally loses muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. This leads to weakness, unsteady balance, and greater risk of falls. Almonds, with their high protein, magnesium, and vitamin E content, are one of the simplest foods to protect muscle and nerve function in seniors. 1 handful of almonds, 28 grams, about 23 nuts, provides 6 grams protein, 3.5 grams fiber, 75 milligrams magnesium, and 35% of daily vitamin E. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition shows that almonds help regulate blood sugar and reduce oxidative stress, protecting both muscles and nerves from age-related decline. Health consequences without them. Without enough protein and magnesium, older adults often experience night cramps and restless legs, trembling hands or weak grip, fatigue after small tasks, faster muscle loss, and reduced independence. Why seniors often eat them. Almonds are marketed as brain food and are included in many healthy snack packs. Seniors choose them because they're convenient, crunchy, and satisfying. The mistake is buying candied or salted almonds, which cancel out the benefits. Mrs. Chen, 68 years old. Mrs. Chen often woke at night with painful calf cramps and noticed her hands shaking while holding chopsticks. Her doctor suggested adding a handful of raw almonds each morning. Within weeks, her cramps eased. After a month, her grip steadied, and she felt stronger when climbing stairs. For her, almonds became more than a snack. They were daily muscle support. Choose raw or dry roasted unsalted almonds. Avoid candied or honey roasted. Eat 1 handful, 23 almonds, 28 grams per day. For chewing issues, soak almonds overnight or use unsweetened almond butter. Best time in the morning or as an afternoon snack. Alternatives. Pistachios or peanuts also support muscle, though almonds are richest in magnesium. Peanuts. Peanuts are often overlooked because they are technically legumes, not true nuts. But for seniors, they are one of the most affordable and effective ways to support steady energy, muscle strength, and heart health. A handful of peanuts, 28 grams, 28 kernels, provides 7 grams protein, 2.5 grams fiber, magnesium, niacin, and resveratrol. A large study published in JAMA Internal Medicine showed that higher peanut consumption was linked to a lower risk of heart disease and longer lifespan in older adults. Health consequences without them. Without enough protein and B vitamins, seniors may face frequent fatigue and energy crashes, shaky hands and poor concentration, faster muscle loss and weight instability, rising cholesterol and cardiovascular risk. Why seniors often eat them. Seniors choose peanuts because they are inexpensive, familiar, and versatile roasted, boiled, or as peanut butter. The problem comes with salted or sugar-coated peanuts or peanut butter with hydrogenated oils and added sugar. Mr. Johnson, 73 years old. Mr. Johnson often felt drained by mid-afternoon, relying on cookies for a quick boost. His doctor suggested replacing them with a small bag of unsalted peanuts. Within 2 weeks, his energy stayed steady, and he no longer fell asleep in his chair. After a few months, his cholesterol improved, and he felt alert enough to enjoy gardening again. Choose dry roasted unsalted peanuts or natural peanut butter. Stick to 1 handful, 28 grams per day, or 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Ideal as an afternoon snack or spread on whole grain toast. Alternatives. Almonds or pistachios provide similar protein, though at higher cost. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts may not be as common as peanuts or almonds, but they are unique. They are the richest natural source of selenium, a mineral that supports immunity, thyroid health, and antioxidant defense. For seniors, just a few Brazil nuts a week can strengthen resilience against fatigue, infections, and inflammation. 1 Brazil nut 5 km provides 95 mcg selenium, more than 150% of the daily requirement. It also contains healthy fats, magnesium, and small amounts of protein. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that Brazil nut consumption improves antioxidant levels and reduces inflammation markers, helping protect against chronic disease in older adults. Selenium deficiency in seniors can lead to weak immune defense, frequent infections, fatigue and low thyroid function, brain fog and slower reaction times, higher risk of heart disease due to oxidative stress. Why seniors often eat them. Brazil nuts are often included in mixed nut packs and marketed as immune boosting. Seniors may choose them for variety, not realizing their selenium content is powerful and that only a small amount is needed. Eating too many can actually cause toxicity. Mrs. Lopez, 71 years old. Mrs. Lopez often felt tired and caught colds easily. Her nutritionist recommended adding just 2 Brazil nuts a day. Within weeks, her energy improved, and she noticed fewer infections during the winter. What seemed like a tiny change gave her body the mineral boost it had been missing. Eat 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day, no more. Avoid salted or chocolate-coated versions. Store in the fridge to prevent the oils from turning rancid. Alternatives: sunflower seeds, eggs, or seafood also provide selenium, though in lower amounts. Across all 4 nuts, pistachios improve circulation and energy stability. Almonds protect muscles and reduce cramps. Peanuts provide affordable protein and heart support. Brazil nuts strengthen immunity and thyroid function. Stick to 1 small handful per day, except Brazil nuts just 1 to 2 pieces. Always choose raw or dry roasted unsalted versions. Avoid sugar-coated honey roasted or heavily salted nuts. If chewing is difficult, try nut butters without added sugar, oil, or soak nuts to soften them. Combine nuts with fruit or yogurt for balanced mini meals. For seniors, the right nut in the right form can mean steadier steps, sharper memory, stronger immunity, and more independence in daily life. Cashews. Cashews look creamy, mild, and harmless. They are often found in trail mixes, desserts, or roasted as a snack. Many seniors enjoy them because they are softer and easier to chew than almonds. But despite their pleasant taste, cashews can be harmful for older adults when eaten regularly. About 18 nuts provides 155 kilocalories, 12 grams fat, and 9 grams carbohydrates. Compared to other nuts, cashews have a higher glycemic impact, meaning they can raise blood sugar more quickly. Studies show cashews raise triglycerides and may worsen blood sugar control if eaten in large amounts. For seniors, frequent cashew consumption can lead to blood sugar spikes, worsening diabetes control, weight gain due to high calories and hidden carbs, digestive issues, as cashews are harder to process for some, increased heart risk from elevated triglycerides. Why seniors often eat them. Cashews are soft, creamy, and often included in mixed nuts, giving them the image of a healthy snack. Many older adults choose them because they feel gentler on the teeth compared to harder nuts like almonds. Mrs. Wang, 69 years old. Mrs. Wang loved snacking on roasted cashews in the evening. She believed they were healthy because they were just nuts. Over time, she noticed her blood sugar readings creeping up, despite no changes in her medication. Her doctor pointed out that cashews were contributing to the spikes. When she switched to pistachios instead, her blood sugar stabilized and she felt less sluggish after meals. Limit cashews to occasional treats, not daily snacks. Avoid salted or honey-roasted versions. They add even more sugar and sodium. Replace with almonds or peanuts for protein or pistachios for circulation. If craving something creamy, try a spoon of unsweetened yogurt with nuts instead. Pecans. Pecans are popular in pies, desserts, and nut mixes. Their buttery flavor makes them irresistible, and they are often marketed as heart-friendly because of their healthy fats. But for seniors, pecans can be a silent danger, extremely high in calories and fats. They quickly add excess weight and stress the cardiovascular system. A single handful of pecans, 28 grams and 19 halves, delivers 200 kcal and 20 grams fat, one of the highest fat counts among nuts. Although pecans contain antioxidants, their calorie density and fat load make them risky for older adults, who often have slower metabolism and reduced activity. Overconsumption can lead to weight gain and higher cholesterol. Regular pecan snacking can cause rapid weight gain in seniors with slower metabolism, elevated LDL cholesterol, increasing cardiovascular risk, digestive discomfort from excess oils, reduced appetite for healthier foods since pecans are filling, but not nutrient-dense compared to other nuts. Why seniors often eat them. Seniors may eat pecans because they are often served in desserts like pecan pie or candied pecans, marketed as Southern tradition or wholesome snacks. Their soft texture feels easier on teeth than harder nuts. Unfortunately, pecans are usually eaten in sweetened or buttered forms, multiplying their harm. Alvarez, 72 years old, Mr. Alvarez had a habit of enjoying pecan pie every week, thinking nuts were good for the heart. Over the years, he gained weight around his waist and developed higher cholesterol levels. His doctor explained that the high-fat, high-sugar combination of pecans in desserts was putting stress on his heart. After replacing pecan pie with fruit and a handful of almonds, his weight slowly decreased and his cholesterol improved. Eat pecans only occasionally and in small amounts. Avoid candied buttered or pie versions entirely. Replace with pistachios for circulation or almonds for muscle support. If craving something sweet, pair fruit with a small portion of healthy nuts instead. Macadamias. Macadamias are often called luxury nuts. They are smooth, buttery, and frequently found in cookies or premium nut mixes. While delicious macadamias are among the fattiest nuts, and for seniors they bring more risks than benefits when eaten regularly. One handful of macadamias, 28 g, about 12 nuts, provides 210 kcal and 22 g on fat, making them the highest fat nut on the market. Although some of this fat is monounsaturated, the sheer calorie density makes macadamias a dangerous choice for older adults with slower metabolism and higher sensitivity to weight gain. Frequent macadamia consumption can cause weight gain and abdominal fat accumulation. Worsened cholesterol profiles when combined with low activity. Sluggish digestion due to excess fat intake. Greater risk of diabetes complications from excess calories. Why seniors often eat them. Macadamias are marketed as premium and healthy fats. Seniors may choose them because they are soft, creamy, and often gifted in festive tins or included in cookies. The problem is portion size. Just a few macadamias deliver the calories of a small meal. Mrs. Patel, 70 years old. Mrs. Patel loved her evening tea with a handful of chocolate-covered macadamias. She thought they were harmless because nuts are healthy. Over time, she gained weight, and her doctor noticed her cholesterol creeping higher. Once she cut back and switched to a small serving of pistachios, she lost weight steadily and felt lighter after meals. Limit macadamias to rare treats. Avoid flavored or chocolate-coated versions. Replace with almonds or peanuts for protein without excess fats. Remember, just 5 to 6 macadamias already equal a high-calorie snack. Walnuts. Walnuts are often praised for their omega-3 fats and brain health benefits. However, for seniors, walnuts can be tricky. They are bitter, hard to digest, and often eaten in desserts that add sugar and fat. Overeating walnuts can bring more harm than good. One handful of walnuts, 28 g or under 14 halves, provides 185 kcal, 18 g on fat, and 2 g on fiber. While they contain omega-3 ALA, they are also calorie-dense and may cause digestive irritation. Studies show walnuts can lower cholesterol, but only when eaten in strict moderation. Too many increase calorie intake, which raises weight and cardiovascular risk in seniors with slower metabolism. For older adults, excess walnuts can cause bloating and stomach upset from tannins and fiber, weight gain from calorie overload, worsened blood sugar control when eaten in desserts like walnut brownies or cakes, higher fall risk if excess weight reduces mobility. Why seniors often eat them. Walnuts are marketed as brain food, and many seniors add them to their diet, believing they improve memory. They also appear in cakes, pastries, and candies. Unfortunately, these forms come with extra sugar and fat that erase any potential benefit. Mr. Brown, 74 years old. Mr. Brown began eating walnut cake regularly, believing the nuts would boost his memory. Over time, he gained weight and started experiencing stomach discomfort. His doctor explained that while walnuts contain healthy fats, eating them mainly through desserts was harming his health. After switching to small portions of almonds instead, his digestion improved and his weight came under control. If eating walnuts, keep to 3 to 4 halves per day, not more. Avoid baked goods or candies with walnuts. Replace with pistachios for circulation or almonds for muscles. For brain health, combine nuts with fish, leafy greens, and berries for balanced nutrition. Nuts to avoid or limit for seniors. Cashews spike blood sugar and raise triglycerides. Pecans' calorie bombs lead to weight gain. Macadamias, the fattiest nut, very high in calories. Walnuts, often eaten in desserts, cause digestive upset and weight gain. Seniors should not cut out nuts completely, but choose circulation-friendly, muscle-protecting nuts, pistachios, almonds, peanuts, Brazil nuts. If eating harmful nuts, keep portions tiny and occasional. Always prefer raw or dry roasted unsalted forms, never candied or heavily processed. The right choice of nuts can support energy balance and independence, but the wrong ones can quietly push health in the opposite direction. Nuts can be both a friend and a foe for seniors. The right nuts, pistachios, almonds, peanuts, and Brazil nuts, give circulation support, protect muscles, steady energy, and strengthen immunity. But the wrong choices, cashews, pecans, macadamias, and walnuts, bring hidden dangers, excess sugar, fat, and calories that quietly damage health over time. The key is not avoiding nuts altogether, but choosing wisely. One small handful of the right nut in its natural unsalted form can make a meaningful difference in daily life. Balanced choices help seniors walk more steadily, sleep more comfortably, and feel more confident in their independence. Thank you for listening and giving your time to this important health topic. Your support means a lot. If you found this information useful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it. Helps us continue bringing you clear, practical health tips. Together we can build a stronger, healthier community for seniors everywhere. Seniors everywhere. Seniors everywhere. Seniors.